This election is crucial in the sense that any politician who wins, any party that wins, it's the economy. It's about creating jobs. In this country, people need to start building it up again. That's the only way forward for Zimbabwe. I'm Haru Mutasa, correspondent for Al Jazeera based in Harare, and between us, this election is personal because this is my home. I think the best way to describe Zimbabwe is the Mugabe Era and the Era. I was born in 1980 when the country became independent. So for me, Mugabe was the only president I've ever known. Back then, if you're old enough to remember, you'd walk into a supermarket, the shelves were empty. Like you couldn't find anything. You buy your food on the black market. You'd go and change your money on the black market. You would line up for a day or two waiting to fill up your car because there was a shortage of fuel. The economy, while it's bad, is not as bad as it was in 2008 when Mugabe was around. President Emerson Mnangagwa has been around since 1980, and then he took over as president.
The beginning of a new unfolding democracy.
Civil servants are getting their salaries on time. We're not seeing as many fuel shortages as we used to. There's food in the shops, but of course there are problems. Whatever happens after the election, that next government still has a lot of work to do to turn around this economy that has been stagnant for literally more than 2 decades. People are desperate and tired. While we have lots of food on the shelf in supermarkets, a lot of people are struggling to pay for those basic commodities. Things like rent. People just want to be able to know that when I get home, I can turn on the tap, clean running water will come out that I can drink. I've interviewed a few people leading up to this election. You know, it's sad. You go to some of the poorest neighborhoods in Harare, you meet a family. The father's educated, the mother's educated, and they can't find work because there are no jobs. The father will say, I went out into the neighborhood to see if I can do basic work, like cutting someone's grass and earning maybe $2. He couldn't find work that day. So what's he going to do to feed his family? For Zimbabweans, because of the economic problems, a lot of families are divided now. You find a husband or a wife has had to go overseas to look for work, leaving the kids and the other spouse here. And they don't see each other for years sometimes. But thriving Zimbabwe will benefit not just its people, but the continent as well. There is still an element of fear among some Zimbabweans here. I interviewed the party spokesperson, for the Citizens Coalition for Change. They feel that it's not been a free and fair election for them. Some of their supporters have been arrested while trying to campaign. A few of them are still in jail right now and have been in jail for months. The opposition say that they feel it's because these people are being targeted by members of the ruling party. The ruling party denies this. Intimidation, fear, harassment, yes, it's there. But me working in Zimbabwe for all these years, I felt a little bit freer being a journalist in the post-Mugabe era. But then this is Zimbabwe. Anything can happen. Most Zimbabweans know that even if it's quiet, it doesn't mean it could stay quiet. People are always know in the back of their minds that if this election is disputed, there could be problems. If whoever loses this election does not accept the result, then what is going to happen next?